Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hike 365 Live. This is our weekly show where we talk about our ongoing challenge to you to hike 365 miles in the year 2019.
This is Happy Trails Hiking, and on this channel, you'll find content focused on park travel as well as living a healthy lifestyle. If you're interested in either one of these subjects, we invite you to subscribe. Thanks for joining us tonight. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining us, and if you're watching on the replay, thank you for joining us for that. Be sure to stick around to the end because Matt has a little bonus footage.
Out of scope for hiking, but we're going to have some fun anyway.
For the show tonight, you might not want to miss it. Tonight, our show is brought to you by our Happy Trails hiking shirts. These were created by our community back when we had just a little less than 1,000 subscribers. And, well, you can find these at happytrailshiking.com/store. And Matt's going to tell you just a little bit more about those. Or do you want me to read them?
I'm going to read you all 10 of them, but these came from our community, and we have the top 10 reasons to hike. And as you can see here, the first one is to get away from people. And there are other things on here like clearing your mind and hiding behind the camera and a reminder to Matt to do his laundry more often.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. So a few of my favorites were to lose my mind and find my soul. And that was something that Yankee says all the time. And then have adventures with people I love. And the number one reason was spending time together in nature. All right, I'm done. And then trekkers on the bottom. And it says keep on trekking.
And if you order a shirt, your shirt will be A, new, and B, clean, neither of which are qualified for this one.
Right. And we have several awesome colors. I like blue, so I picked
blue and black, and they're red. I think there's at least 3 other choices.
I don't know. Anyway, Lori says, I have one of those. Let's check in with the chat. I've been kind of checking in as we've gone, but that's all right. So, Hi-Yo Woo is in the house. Art of Morbid was here earlier. Thank you, Frank, for coming by earlier. And the Idahonian is here. And Lori Bryant, as well as Tanya Lambert, who took her service dog Archer to Forest Park today. And he loved it. That's awesome. I love Forest Park. You love Forest Park too?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Forest Park is cool.
And sounds like the Idahonian and Hi-Yo Woo, am I saying that right? Just did a collaboration for a backpacking expedition. So that's nice. Awesome. And Lori Bryant says she has one of those shirts. And Out of Doors TV is here and says hello. So hello. Thank you all for being here tonight for Hike 365 Live, as well as Panic D Paranormal, who just popped in the room. It's great to see you. I did ask how everybody's doing tonight. I also wanted to say, before we get started any farther, can everybody please type in what in the chat, either in the chat or in the comments, what your favorite park is. It doesn't have to be a national one. We tend to focus on national parks because it's something lots of people can relate to. But if you have a favorite park, be it local, city, forest park for that matter, type that into the chat or in the comments below for us. We'd appreciate that. Matt, we're right here.
Okay, so we've come to the favorite part of the program where, in addition to you telling us where your favorite park is, we also want to know what you're sipping on this evening. I actually have 2 different beverages this evening. I'm sipping on a glass of ice water, which is probably the most important. And the other beverage is Johnny Walker Black on the rocks.
So it has ice in it. I have a Manhattan. It used to have ice in it. I have sat here long enough that it does not have ice. It has 3 cherries, which I think those are the most important part. So, and Tanya says she's going to get Archer a shirt. Aw, Archer would look cute in a shirt. That would be awesome. And yes, we want to see pictures and share those on Twitter and tag me and Facebook and all that stuff because that'd be awesome. All right. So I'm missing chat. So
some good favorite parks.
We are. So Tanya says Forest Park is her favorite. Panic D says all the ones that are haunted.
Naturally.
Of course, that's a lot. Out of Doors TV says the Badlands. I love the
Good
Badlands.
choice.
It is a good choice. And then Lori Bryant says my favorite park, Glacier or Great Smoky Mountain National Park. Ooh, those are good too. All right. Anybody else? People are drinking Sierra Nevada Hot Bullet. Out of Door TV has lemonade. So does Lori. That's awesome. Tanya Lambert's drinking green tea. Nice. And yes, the Idahonian says Sawtooth surprise. Yes, I'm very excited to share Idahonian's pictures tonight. Anything but Glacier? Anything but Glacier. Oh no.
Wow. Okay.
Good evening, Gilbert Rod. Good evening, Gilbert Rod. We've asked what people are drinking tonight. We've also asked people what their favorite park is. So, Idahonian says, I'm going to consume another one of those White Dog Blood Orange Wheat beers. Longest names in the world. That's excellent, Kenny. And Panic D's drinking coffee. And Tanya Lambert would love to see the Grand Canyon. Oh, the Grand Canyon is wonderful, Tanya.
And I'm happy to see coffee in here because it's one of my favorite drinks of all time.
Yes.
And I'm also happy to see the Sierra Nevada Hot Bullet, which I absolutely love that
Matt
beer.
likes that one too. And Tanya says to hit the like button. And we would appreciate that. We like to see like buttons and thumbs and stuff. But and Gilbert Rod says, currently drinking nothing. Favorite park? Everyone.
Every one of them.
Every one of them. Yeah, I understand. Got it. I always say the one I just left is my favorite park.
Or what about the one we're going to next?
Man, you just ruined my answer.
Okay.
So speaking of parks, let's talk about our weekend a little bit. I have one picture to show from our weekend.
Well, we did not get any hiking in this weekend. We did do some family visiting, which was a wonderful time. We saw our sister and fathers and mother and some combination kind of like that, not being too precise. But at any rate, it was a park. It just wasn't a public park. Yes. It's a private park in West Tennessee called something. What's it called? Right Discovery there. Park.
I wrote it down for you. So I'm going to share with you a picture that that I took of Matt. I actually shared it on Instagram and it got a lot of response. So let me pull that up. While I'm doing that, there are a couple questions. And hello to Art of Morbid. Frank, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Well, read that one, Matt.
Is Niagara Falls part of a park?
Yes. I think that's what Tanya meant.
Okay. I think so. I haven't been there. I don't have any firsthand experience with Niagara Falls.
But yes, it is part of a park. So I think we're good. And yes, we went to this park. It was Discovery Park and of America in Union City, Tennessee. And Matt got to stand next to a replica of the General Lee, which makes him happy. And I said, all right, turn around. I'll take your picture. So I took his picture, and then Inspired John needed to say, do you know what all that means?
Yeah. 440 RT had so much power
and weight.
Right. Okay.
That when they jumped it, the car was quite unrestorable.
So for the non-Mopar fans in the house, the General Lee is a car in this particular case, in this context, what we're talking about is a 1969 Dodge Charger, painted orange, as you see there, and it was famous on the show The Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes,
and this car is one of the things that kind of helped create a lifelong love of cars for me, particularly Mopars.
Mopars are what, Matt? For the non-car people.
Right, sorry. So Mopar stands for motor parts. And it is, whenever you say Mopar, what you're really referencing is a Chrysler or a Dodge or a Plymouth. So that's what that reference is all about.
I learned a lot the first year we were dating.
So I definitely am a Mopar fan. And in this museum, there were a few Mopars of note. The one you see here, which I think was like the hood visor had been signed by the cast in the show. There was also a 70 wing car, 1970 Plymouth wing car, not shown here. There was also a 1994 Dodge Viper, and then there were a large variety of other classic cars, a lot older from the 50s and stuff that were there. I don't know as much about those. There was a classic Mustang there that was pretty sweet.
They went all the way back to 1909.
Yeah, there were some
and there
really
was a
old
Dodge
cars
Viper
there.
from
Yeah.
96.
That was is it 94 or 96? I don't remember which.
Okay, but it was really cool. It was blue.
So that was just one aspect of this museum. They also had a number of dinosaur skeletons on display, which were fantastic. Oh, with the cars, there were a bunch of motorcycles. I should mention that.
Yes, motorcycles.
And there were a number of other interesting sort of historical and scientific things. There was a lot of history there. Civil War, World War I, World War II, Korea. There was a helicopter. There are airplanes outside, a bunch of tanks.
I got to see the Titan rocket. That was fun. I almost wish we could do we could do a video from there. I didn't take any video, but we could do a video from there, but it would be kind of out of scope because normally we do public lands. So I wasn't planning to. Lori was saying military exhibits and Native American exhibits too. Yes, you are. Yeah, that's right. And geodes. Big geodes.
And there were a lot of things outside that we didn't even see.
Tractors.
Oh yeah, there were some tractors. Really cool tractors.
I saw a cotton picker.
Cotton picker. All right.
Something like that. Oh. And Hio Wu was saying the 50 Mercury from the Stallone movie Cobra was the bomb. Bomb diggity.
All right.
I don't know. I'm not a car.
I'm not well versed on that one.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Yes, it's pretty awesome. All right. So, if you have questions about and I need to see something, please put at Happy Trails Hiking. At Happy Trails Hiking, and it'll show up colored in my chat. So I'll make sure that I read that. And then tonight we're gonna take you along in pictures on a tour from one of our favorite parks from way back. Last week we took you back to 2017. Man, I can't talk. I haven't even drunk the drink yet. Anyway, so 2017, but this year, this week, we're going to go back to 2014, where my camera needed new batteries, and I think I had some blurry pictures.
Yeah, there's a few blurry pictures in here, but that's okay.
Okay.
Not all our pictures are perfect.
That's true.
This will be a real pictures.
But stay tuned for that after after we go over the stats for this week. Okay. Yes, we should go over the stats for the challenge. I'll stop sharing that screen and start sharing a different one. I'm working on it, folks. Working on it. So we did get some miles in this week. So here are our miles for this week. We are having fewer people turn in miles. I did just send an email out to everyone this evening saying, here's the form again if you need miles. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people turned in miles.
Yeah, and we were slackers too.
We were slackers.
We did not turn in.
I did say I completely understand because we got 0 this week. Big old 0. So we'll have to work on that for next week. But so this week, Cliff Reiser got 3.96. So I think he should have rounded it to 4, but that's okay. Dana and Eileen got 5 miles. Hike with Mike didn't get 22 miles in this week, but since the last time he reported, he got 22 miles. Marty's Crew Our Family Adventures got 2. Outdoor Nomad got 14. He's been trekking a lot. Kenny is killing it on those miles. 31 miles this week.
Yeah, nice.
And then Vicky Marshall is 16 and a half miles this week for a grand total of 94.46. So guys, let's see if we can get it up over 100 next week. And we're at total of 3,450.4 miles, which is very good. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you all for participating so much. We've got a few pictures to share with you. And I know I was trying to wait till Marty's crew got done or came in because they have been, it's back to school for them tomorrow.
Side note on the spreadsheet, there was one team that had reported only once or twice early in the year, and I have cut them from the spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
So, but that probably will affect no one here.
Gotcha. Yes, good job to everybody. And Junior Ranger Clara is here. Hello, Clara. It is good to see you. Thank you for coming. And yeah, the Idahonian Kenny says he can't walk right now because he did 31 miles. Phew, and you're about to see.
I'd say you need a break.
You do need a break right there. All right, so sharing screen. So you're about to see why Kenny, well, can't walk. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Nope, wrong one. Wrong thing. I'm sorry. That's not what I wanted to share at all. Where'd that go? Make that go away. What's going on? There we go. Try again. I'm sorry, guys. No double clicking. Just clicking on that one and then hitting share. There it is. Phew. Replay. So this is Kenny's. He's in Montana in the Sawtooth Mountains, and it's drone footage, so there's nothing to hear, but it's epically pretty. Up, up, up we go, and I guess there's a glacial lake over there. And so it's drone footage, so and he got back, what he said, an hour or less than an hour before the show, and so he just wanted to send us something for tonight. So Kenny, thank you so much for sending us raw footage as it is. And yeah, Panic D said it right. Wow, exactly. It's just beautiful, Kenny. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm taller than the trees right now. That's epic, Kenny. Thank you so much. Thank you for sending that. And then it's in the Cabinet Mountains in Montana. Thank you very much. And the cabinets are next door to Glacier. He says, well, that makes sense from what I saw in Glacier last summer. So when do we get to go back to Glacier?
Yeah, it's not on the calendar.
It's not there?
No.
Okay, one of these years. Yes, it is stunning. All right, so we got 2 more pictures to show you, and they're both from Marty's Crew, Our Family Adventures. And I'm going to try to do this right this time. So I need to go to that one right there. Yes, share. So this is from Marty's Crew. It's beautiful Kansas topography there with a lake. And I think this was a nature center that they went to this week. So there's that one. And then the other one I have, let me get rid of that one so I can know what I'm doing here. Guys, I appreciate you hanging in with me. Yeah, those are really, really cool, Kenny. Thank you so much. And let me go to that one. That one. Yes, share. So this is at the Ozark Trail Nature Park. And you can see a map of the Ozark Trail a little bit up there. And of course, this is what we call a silo for those of you who don't know what that is. And I don't guess you have to say it with a Southern accent, but silo. And it, I guess, depicts murals or has murals that depict the Oregon Trail on it. So that's neat.
I suspect this crowd is well versed in silos.
Yeah? You think everybody knows
I think
what
everybody
silos
who's
are?
been outside knows what silos are.
Okay. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Silo. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. That is the phonetic spelling of silo. Silo. Oh, man. All right. So that's what we had to share for this week. Now, if everybody gets out and does extra miles for next week and takes a few pictures and can send me something, that would be awesome. I bet that wasn't easy to paint, says Panic D. Yeah, I bet it wasn't either. I couldn't have done it, but I'm not a painter at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And Clara and the Idahonian are having a side conversation. So, hey, Matt, are you ready to go back to 2014?
Sure. Let's take a trip down memory lane. So thanks, everybody, for the pictures and for the mileage. If you didn't get in this time, no worries. We'll try to make up for it this next week.
Yep. No problem. All right. So in 2014, we went on a vacation and we headed out to Zion. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Zion, there are 2 sections of Zion. There's a main section and then
Another section.
a northern section, a northern unit, I guess, and it's called Kolob Canyon. So, anyway, life on the trail is here. It's good to see you. Thanks. And hello, CyberDoc. It is good to see you. I don't know what you're saying, but there you are.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on. And thank you for coming. We appreciate you being here. So we went to Zion. I don't even remember where we stayed on this trip or why we
So I don't remember exactly which trip it was, but a lot of times when we've gone to the Southwest, we will fly into Vegas and actually stay in Vegas. And I think this might have been the first time we did this particular style of trip. So what a lot of times we have done is we'll fly into Vegas and stay in town. But there's so many things around the town that you can go to and drive there reasonably soon. So one of the places that we went was Zion, but we've also done Cedar Rapids. We've done what's the mountain nearby?
Cedar Rapids, Cedar Breaks.
No, the mountain near Las Vegas.
Mount Charleston.
Mount Charleston, and then there's just stuff all around. So that's probably what this was that we went to this Kolob Canyon. It's one of those times where we stayed in Vegas and just kind of went, out and around.
Yep. Thank you, Lori, for being a good moderator there. I appreciate it. This is on I-15. And so if you're coming up from St. George, Utah, you will find that you can turn off and go to Springdale, Utah, or you can head up to just go farther north on I-15 and you'll see Kolob's Canyon. Hello, Marty's crew. It is good to see you. And Junior Ranger Clara says, I have been to Cedar Breaks. Awesome. We love Cedar Breaks. It's a good one. So this time we're going to focus on Kolob Canyon. And I have some pictures. We went on the Taylor Creek Trail. And for those of you who might not know, it's a 5-mile trail. And at the time, I was needing to go on vacation in the summer. And so, because I was working as a teacher. And then so it was really hot. This was like July. And we were going to do 5 miles in the desert in Zion in July. And so this was the Taylor Creek Trail. I'd found it and I was interested in it because of this right down here. And I don't know, we'll have a picture of it later. But the Taylor Creek Trail goes out into this alcove arch. And so that's where we were hiking. And it says, the sign, if you can't read it, says the trail follows a small stream, which really small, through a high-walled canyon. In contrast to the surrounding desert, the narrow stream corridor is a linear oasis where relatively diverse vegetation attracts wildlife. Watch for mule deer, lizards, and golden eagles. We didn't see any of those. We saw a squirrel. Though it enters increasingly remote terrain, the route passes 2 1930s cabins, traces of human settlement dwarfed by towering cliffs. The trail ends at a double arch alcove. A large grotto with sandstone arch is suspended high overhead. And then it says, the microcosm of Zion experience, but lightly visited, Taylor Creek Trail compresses many key features within a short distance: sheer cliffs, deeply incised streams, diverse flora and fauna, and unusual geological formations.
And actually, that's one good point there. A microcosm of the Zion experience, but lightly visited. And that's key because Zion is a very popular park. But when you are in this part of the park, the traffic is going to be much, much lower. And so that, for that reason alone, we definitely recommend that you check out the Kolob Canyon area.
And Life on the Trail says that's my type of trail, lightly visited. Yes, exactly. And Tony, yeah, you did miss the pictures already, but we loved your murals.
The mural on the silo.
On the silo. All right. So I know that some of these pictures are blurry, and I don't remember like this one, but yeah, there we go. Matt in Zion. And this was our first trip ever to Zion. Matt, do you want to tell them what you're doing here?
Okay, so it's July, it's the desert, and it's not high elevation. And with the exception of those boots, I probably still have all of that gear that you see, including the hat. So this is the exact same hat that's in that picture. And what I'm doing is I've got the hat like this, and I'm just dipping it into the water. And so there's actually mesh in the top of this hat, and it's all cotton. And so what I was doing was just getting it wet. And, on a 100-degree day in the desert, it really cooled me off quickly. So that's what's going on.
Gilbert Rod's asking, would we plan a fall or winter vacation there? Yes. Well, fall for sure. We have gone in the spring and loved it. And Washington County News Station, Utah, just got here, and he says, "I love that place." And yeah, maybe would you recommend us doing a winter vacation in Zion? I know that there's snow there.
We've seen some pictures and video from other YouTubers, particularly one RVer. I forget which RVer it is, but we know we saw some RVers that had been there in the winter, and it looked awesome. But there was a lot of snow. So we definitely are interested in going in the winter, but we haven't done it.
We haven't done it yet. But we've been in the spring. We went in March and loved it in March. Oh my goodness. And so here's one of those 1930s cabins. I've got a better picture in a little while. Panic D says, I thought he was panning for gold, but cooling down, that works too. Yeah, it's kind of the same.
There was no shiny stuff in the water, to my knowledge.
Marty's crew says he camped there in late August of 95. I remember August of 95. I met Matt then.
Oh, yeah.
That was the fall I met Matt. And Washington County News Station says it really is beautiful in the winter. Yeah, I bet it is. It's beautiful all the time. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you very much, Idahonian. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so there's one of those 1930s cabins. This is a view, a kind of blurry view, out of the canyon. I was just still stunned by all of it. And of course, scum. More scum. I don't know. We didn't find much water. And so we just kept taking pictures of water.
Yeah, so this trail sort of meanders, not exactly parallel, but kind of with a stream, a very, very small, it's probably just a small creek would be the best way to describe it. So we crossed it maybe 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, that's true. We did. And so the next cabin, I guess, is called the Fife Cabin from around 1930. And it's part of the cultural heritage. And everybody says, well, no. They've given you warnings. Don't get in here and don't mess it up, and yeah, please leave no trace when you're on the trails. So this is Matt looking into that Fife Cabin.
So you can sort of see inside it, but obviously you're not supposed to go in it.
The chinking is definitely gone.
Yeah, we didn't go in. That's as close as we got.
Mm-hmm. And more stuff. The sun was just peeking over the red rock there, and here's the first shot you kind of get of that alcove arch. And Marty says that place made me fall in love with hiking. I bet it did. No doubt. That was awesome. All right, so there's that one. This one's a sideways one. I'll skip it. Oh, there's Matt down there in the bottom. It's shadowy. There's one squirrel that we found. But here's the alcove arch. And I'm so glad that picture was not blurry. But yeah, you can see that there's one alcove arch. And yeah. Junior Ranger Clara says, now I wish I was out in a national park desert or in the middle of nowhere, just someplace I could hike and explore. Me too, Clara. Me too. Totally. And so this was when we were kind of standing in the arch. We're in that alcove grotto area, looking out of the canyon, and then more of the alcove arch. And you can see down here that there's generally water dripping, and then a little grotto area. So,
and as you can might imagine, it was actually quite cool there compared to the relative heat. You know, it was probably only 90 instead of 100, or 80 instead of 100. I don't know.
Right. It was nice. So, and then we took the rest of the scenic drive. There's a Kolob Canyon Road, and this is kind of at the end of Kolob Canyon Road. So you're looking down into Zion here. And so this is looking south, into the Zion walls. And yeah, we were just pretty astounded. I was learning to take selfies, and you can tell that's Fat K. Fatter than I was. So, and then yeah, selfie with Matt.
And that hairstyle is epic. And I can give you directions for that if you're really interested in getting your hair like that.
To make it do that? Nice.
Yes.
And then somebody took a blurry picture of us. This is when you actually had to ask people to.
Yes.
That's how many. We finally found a person to take our picture.
Yeah, they got a not blurry picture of us.
A not blurry picture. And then I tried to take a picture of all of the mountains, but it ended up blurry too. So there's a butte at the end. That's the only thing that I can tell is butte. But anyway, it was really pretty. We did a video on the Kolob Canyon Drive and things a couple years ago when we were there. Marty Screw says, I'll stick with shaving my head.
That's probably a more effective approach for keeping your hair under control.
Yes. Gubba Rod says just a bit of wind helps with the hair. Helps the hair with a hat. Nice. Exactly. It was all beautiful and stunning out there. And I just, can't even. Can we go tomorrow?
Sure.
Back to Glacier and to Zion tomorrow. Okay.
I have to keep my job, so no, we can't.
So no. All right. Well, fine. So Matt does have bonus footage. That's all we have for tonight for you guys. And we have made our 30 minutes. Zion is so cool. And thank you all for looking at our pictures again this week. We would love to share more or maybe do some trivia. Did you guys enjoy the trivia last week? Or it was 2 or 3 weeks ago?
It's been a little while.
It has been a little while. We could do we could do a little trivia. Junior Ranger Clarice says I prefer a ponytail. Me too. Me too. Yeah.
I'll do that this weekend going hiking.
There. We'll go like that. That'd be no.
That would be more of a unicorn horn.
That'd be great. Okay, fine. Yes. Anyway, did you all like the trivia? And Lori says, I always enjoy trivia. And Marty says trivia was fun. So excellent. All right, Matt. So explain what's going on, because he threw this one at me like 3 minutes before we went on the show.
All right. So before I explain it, let's provide a little background. So a few weeks ago, I started on a low carbohydrate experiment. And so I've been cutting carbs as much as possible. Now, every now and then I'll slip up and have, a burger with a bun or something. But I've been actually pretty good. I've dropped 5 pounds as a result of this experiment. And so as part of this, now you guys have seen on the show a lot of times I'll drink a big double IPA because I love those and they're fantastic. But they got a lot of carbs. So one of the things I've been doing is trying to reduce the carbs of of my nightcap. And so I like lighter beers as well. They're just not quite my favorite. You've seen my Just Say No to Light Beer shirt. But I have had to embrace the fact that there are far fewer carbohydrates in light beer. So I have 2 light beers that I occasionally will consume. One of them is Bud Select, and the other is Mich Ultra. And so now we're going to enter the part of the show that's
I need instructions.
Actually irrelevant for all hiking purposes. So if you don't care about beer or light beer, you can drop off now and it's all good. We won't be offended.
Right, yeah. So, thank you all for coming. There you go.
But we're going to go now into an experimental phase because I want to know if I can tell the difference between these 2 beers because they're so similar and which one I like better. So we're going to do a blind taste test.
Go stand in the corner.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out the beers and the mugs. Kay's got the mugs.
I have 2 different glasses. One is a Smoky Mountain Brewery glass from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And the other one is Missouri Beer Company from O'Fallon, Missouri. So.
All right. And so now we've got Michelob Ultra and we have Bud Select.
And you and I are going to know.
But don't put it in the chat because I can see the chat. So I'm going to walk away and Kay's going to pour the beers. And then I'm going to see if I can tell what's what.
Oh, wow. And while I'm pouring, I'm going to read chat. And Marty's Crew says the famous shirt. And Washington County News says he's headed to Utah next week. Hello, Jewish Redneck Preppers. All right, guys, you see this one, and this one goes here. He says he doesn't know if he can tell the difference, but I'm only going to pour part of them there. And then, yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah, I'm jealous too. Washington County News. We're going to do Angel's Landing. We haven't done Angel's Landing. It was just too busy, but probably this time of year it'd be better. All right, so this one and this one. And I'm going to let those both settle for a little while, for just a second. And I'll tell Maddie he has to wait to come back. And until they're both poured. I'm still, we're waiting. Hold on. Chill out some. All right. Now, I got to remember which one I did. So you guys help me remember, okay? All right, Matt.
All right.
You can come on. Oh, you're good.
Well,
He's got palate. He's got a snack.
It's gonna have a palate cleanser.
All right, so I have one beer in the Missouri Beer Company and one beer in the Smoky Mountain Brewery. All right, so and they're saying Angel's Landing is on my bucket list, and the wait. Yes, mine too. Yeah, I'm so afraid of heights. All right, so which one are you going to try first?
Both of them smell ridiculously underwhelming.
Ridiculously underwhelming. Good. Beer number one in Missouri Beer Company. Okay. Yeah, we haven't lost too many yet. Still 9 people watching you. Oh, as a side note, Alf decides to beep at us. Oh, and that was the Smoky Mountain Brewery beer number 2. Can you tell them apart?
No.
Really?
I don't think so.
Okay, you have to get. Does he have to guess? Doesn't he have
I
to
am
guess?
I'm gonna guess, but
you have to guess. Experimenting is fun, said Gilbert Robb. We're the focus group for this experiment, says Marty's Crew. You got to do it on a weekday during the school season. Angel's Landing. Yeah, you know what? I'm not a teacher anymore. We might do that. Maybe I'll do it one of these years. I
think this one is Select.
Okay.
But I'm really not sure.
Really? Well, you screwed that up nicely. Good job.
Okay. This is the Ultra.
This is the Mick Ultra, and this is the Select. Did I get it wrong? Because Mick Ultra Select. Did I do it right?
I really can't tell the difference between them.
Really can't tell.
Okay. Well, that was entertaining.
And then we should do a meetup when you guys come to Utah. Well, that'd be fun.
Wait. Lori says
he is correct. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I'm wrong. I didn't. Okay. If
so
nothing else, we'll look at the.
That's kind of a tough one.
We'll look at the video and go, oh my God.
Is the pour in the video?
The pour is in the video.
Okay, so we have a record.
So nothing else.
100%
so good. But Lori said he is correct. So you might be. The foamy one in the red and blue. And then Junior Ranger Claire is sticking to things. She starts school in 10 days.
The foamy one was the red one. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. Gotcha. And then Mrs. Idahonian is a teacher. Oh, that's neat, Kenny. Well, tell her thank you, and hope she has a wonderful school year. And Marty's Crew says he petitioned for Zion for next year's family trip, but got outvoted. Well, where are you going?
You got outvoted from Zion. It's got to be someplace better.
It's got to be epic. You're coming to the meetup, the camp out in June, right? Johnson Shut-ins. We don't actually have the exact date yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a corresponding date.
Probably similar.
Yep. And we have a plan. I'm excited.
All right.
All right.
Do we need to cover anything else?
No, I was waiting for Marty to answer, but he probably just got our. Oh, Maui? I like Maui. Maui's a good one. Now Matt should do a taste test with water. Which one tastes best? Good job, Gilbert. Well
done.
played. So they're going to the Cocosino National Forest near Sedona, and that was one that was on our list for our. That was along with the Sonora Cocosino National Forest and
Sedona,
Arizona, and Kit Peak, and all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And yes, they'll be there in June. Cocosino is so awesome, says Junior Ranger Clara. Hey guys, thanks for joining us, and thanks for letting us do this little experiment here at the end. I will rewatch it and make sure that I should have. I don't know. I forget what I'm doing half the time, but
it's all on record. We'll
anyway,
watch the replay.
It's all good.
I'm sure
Yes.
Lori's right though, because Lori pays attention.
I knew
to these
I
things.
told her she had to help, and I know she was helping. So she's keep taking. Lori, you should do a taste test with the two things that you brought home from our. Never mind. See if you know which one. Yeah, she'd know. There's an IPA and a cider. I think she'd
that's
know.
pretty obvious.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, thank you all for joining us this week, and maybe we'll do some trivia next week and no taste tests.
All right, that's fine.
We can do taste tests. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
It was amusing.
Yeah.
For me, and no one else yelled at us for it, so it was okay.
Gilbert Rod says taste test Tuesdays. Well, we used to do Thirsty Thursdays, so this part might end up as a. Never mind. Now Matt has to have 2 beers tonight, is what Panic D says.
That's not a problem.
Man, I'm not gonna get anything done tonight.
I still got laundry to do.
Yeah, Lori says, "Thanks everyone. I would definitely know the difference between cider and IPA." Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think about anybody would be able to know that.
I wouldn't even be able to drink the IPA. I mean, I'd get it. You'd have to plug my nose. So, anyway, oh my goodness, you guys have been so much fun. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate everything, and until next week.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.